In this video, I'll be showing you how you can fix unresponsive keys on your MIDI controller. If you're experiencing issues where the keys are not responding and you don't want to spend the money on a new MIDI controller, well, these next few steps might be the solution to your problem. So let's get into it. So the first step we need to do is identify which key or keys that are broken. In my case, it was the D sharp and the A key, and this was happening with every single octave, so that tells me that there's a broken connection inside the keyboard with these two notes. So now that I've identified the notes, the next step is opening up the keyboard. I also suggest remembering where the screws go when you put everything back together. Depending on your controller, there might be different size screws. In my case, I'm working on an Axiom 49, but the principle should still be the same depending on your controller. The next step is we have to remove the keys off the circuit board. Start by removing the springs off the keys. A small screwdriver or a pair of pliers should do the trick. Once you unload all the springs, use a small flathead screwdriver to pop the keys right off. Now we need to flip over the circuit board and remove the screws from the back. I would also recommend removing the wires off the circuit board. That way you don't accidentally rip the wire when you're flipping the circuit board around. Simply remove the rubber insulator, and now we've reached our destination. And as you can see, my board looks really dirty, so I'm going to use methanol alcohol to wipe the board. While I was cleaning the board, I found the culprit to my problem. This little piece of dust was sitting right on top of the connector, essentially blocking the connection to the rest of the board. Now that we cleaned up the board, it's time to put everything all back together. Grab your spring and hook it on the bottom anchor, and once you're hooked on the bottom, you're just going to want to pull the spring above the top anchor. Before you screw everything all together, you should plug it in and test out the keys to make sure that they work. And there you have it, a simple guide to repairing broken keys on your MIDI controller. Remember to be patient and take your time when working on delicate components. And with a little bit of effort, you can actually save money and get your keyboard back in top shape. Thanks for watching and happy repairing.